So hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lordee. So today what we're going to try and do is fit these bad boys. Now this is essentially they call them velocity fins. You might see them on STIs, and I've purchased this. It's not really designed for what I'm going to use it for, but we're going to make this work. We're going to try and do something a little bit different and see if this all turns out okay. So sit back and let's get crack on with this and roll the intro. Right, okay, so this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fin in gloss black. Now it's a really good quality finish. As I say, it's not really designed for what I'm trying to do today, but we're going to make it work. Now I already test fitted it and I have some problems, or had some issues. On the ends, it flares up, and on the other end. So we've heated it up, we've bent it slightly, and I'm hoping that's enough to try and make this work. Now, as I say, this could be an all fail, and this isn't designed, I'm not doing this to add some kind of downforce to the car. Come on guys, that's not going to happen. This is just a visual look. It's something that I wanted to do for a while. Again, they don't produce anything for us to make this work. So I've taken the part. I thought it would work. We're going to try and make this work. And so let's have a look at that now. Let's get it on the car. I've already taped it all up, pre-taped it with double-sided tape, 25mm. Now this is great stuff. It's really sticky. And with the heat outside, beautiful day today, absolutely beautiful. So with the heat outside, hopefully we'll adhere one side down. We'll keep that for maybe 10 minutes, just try and make that fuse to the car, and then work on the other side. It might pop, who knows. That's the danger of it not really being designed and not sitting that flat. I've tried to do, as I say, the best I can, but we'll see if we can make this work. So well, let's crack on with it. Okay, so I've prepped the car. So this is kind of what we're going for. This is kind of the look. So what I've done is I've measured the roof, which is 107. Got the central point, so we've taped that there just to give us a guideline. And then I'm going to do 2 centimeters up for that side, and again on this side, so we get a really central position. But this is kind of what the feel will look like, kind of give you an idea. So I really like this kind of look. So that's what we're going for. So we're just about to take the tape off. We're going to try and get this done and on the car. And but this is kind of what it will look like. I really like it. I know some of you probably won't, and you know, I understand it's not to everyone's taste, but then, you know, I'm trying to personalise the car to me, go for something a little bit different. So yeah, let's get this done. Let's get this cracking. Okay, right, update. So we've got it on the roof. Now, I had to layer, see here, the 2 sides with the heat attention that I did to here. It didn't bend it enough, so you can see it's lifting. So I put a couple of layers to try and solve that, but it's still finding itself, it's lifting itself up. Now, it's slightly frustrating. I'm going to stand here for a while and see if we can keep it adhered. But what I might do is put a little bit of black adhesive in there just to fill that and make it look like it's part of the car. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. That's a little bit annoying, but I'm loving the look. So let's get some shots in a minute. Right, so I think that's going to be the best I'm going to get it. Let's have a look here. You see it's slightly lifting on the edges, which is really frustrating. So I don't think there's going to be really any solve unless I was to buy a different type which didn't have this slight curve to it. You can see it was slightly curved here, so I did heat treat it, but it just didn't work. So I think I'm gonna let it do its thing. It's obviously coming up, you can see it's coming up, which is frustrating. I'm tempted to put, as I say, a little bit of black adhesive just in there, just to hide that and tie it in a bit better to the car. Now, you could argue this is ruining the car. I'm making a mess, which essentially I'm thinking, yeah, this is a bad idea, but we can only try. I'm gonna have a look and see. I might come back, get some adhesive, put it in there, see how that dries. Now, using an adhesive rather than something like or like it's a silicone adhesive, so potentially I can take it off rather than something like a permanent proper adhesive, like Gorilla Grip or something like that. So this will be more of a sealant, black sealant that I've got. So I might try that first, but this is where we are. So hi guys, right, welcome back. So basically where we are right now, we fitted the Vortex fins, which has gone reasonably well, apart from the two sides. Okay, look, it's lifted slightly, which is really annoying. Now, a couple of things I could decide to do. If I was going to do this more permanent, then I would definitely use something like Gorilla Grip and so on. Make it more permanent, fix it down, which I am tempted to do, but I think at this stage what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a silicone based only, in black, which I've prepped here, and see how that is. We're going to go down the edge. It's only the two ends that looks a little bit, which has just flared up a little bit. So we're going to do this. If this doesn't look great, then I'm tempted to redo the whole thing again. I'm tempted to even spray it the same colour as the car, which I should have maybe done in the first place, but I didn't. So I think we're going to do this. I'm going to show you that now and see what happens. So let's go. Okay, so you can see here, I'll show you in a bit more detail on the other side. So where it's lifted, what I've done is I've put a silicone edge. Let's do some camera skills. Right, a silicone edge along here. I'm just going to tidy this up now. As I say, I think if I was going to do it more permanent, I would then completely press it down. But at least with this, you could just take this off without any damage, because it's silicone and it will just rub off. So this is my train of thought for the moment. So we're going to continue like this. Let's get it tidied up before it obviously it's not going to set straight away because it's not that type, but this is where we're going with it at the moment. Okay, so weapons of choice, a baby wipe and a card. We're just going to smooth this edge down as we go and just clean up the top, and yeah, I don't think it'll be too bad. So yeah, we're just going to continue with this, make it look pretty, or as pretty as we can. Clean up this edge here, and then I think we'll leave that overnight and see what happens. I'm tempted to press it down, or I might just leave it like that. I haven't made that decision yet, so we're just going to do this for the moment. Right, let's see if we can just show you in a bit more detail on this side. So I'm just going to utilise a little bit of silicone, and then we're just going to basically apply it into the gap along here. As I say, it's not that doesn't matter too much that you make a bit of a mess, because you can tidy it all up. This isn't like it's gonna, let me see if I can get a better shot of that. See where we're just going to fill it just to make it look pretty, and just hold it in place. And with the silicone, you know, it's like something you would use around your bath. You can just peel it off. So in theory, it won't damage the paintwork if removed, whereas something like an adhesive would. So that's my train of thought on using something like this. So we're just going to continue with this, going to get this done, and then show you the end result. Okay, so right, we've finished that now. We've finished both sides. We're going to leave this for the moment and do a bit of, I don't know if you want to get a good image of that. It's getting a bit dark. Right. So I'm going to leave that as it is for the moment. I'm not going to mess around with it because I'm fairly happy with it. I think it's got a fairly clean edge. It doesn't show that quite well in the video. But we'll let this dry and then give it a once over the top, and it'll look really clean. A little bit like, well, it should look clean anyway. And the same on the other side. So, yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. So we're going to live with that. I'm happy with that. And let's do a few shots of the car and see how it all looks.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. I think it's all angels just walk by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight.
So just in case you're wondering, obviously I thought out the boot opening, so I could have gone back a little bit, but I think it's fine where it is. It sits absolutely fine, and I think it's quite nice. It almost goes in level with the window levers, so you've got that kind of line there, kind of matches in, which is quite nice. So yeah, the boot opens without any trouble. So yeah, had to be mindful of that. Okay, so what's next? So what we're going to do in the next video is basically we're going to apply the red Ford logo overlay to here. That's going to be the next vid. We'll do that. I might try and get that done very shortly. That's a pretty simple job. We'll see how that looks on the car. So that's the next vid. Right, we're going to call it a day. That's it for now. We're going to come back to it tomorrow. We will try and just polish up that last little bit detailing on there, just to make it look absolutely flush and quality. I think at the moment I've probably gone down the right route in terms of using a silicone rather than an adhesive, just because if I want to take it off, I can do so, and hopefully there won't be any damage to the paintwork. If I was going to do it more permanent, then yes, I would use an adhesive. Some of you are going to think, well, putting something like this on your car, you know, you can end up making it look bad. Also, I mean, yeah, damaging the car, of course, you know, you don't want to be doing that. Certainly to the paintwork, that can be costly. But we've all done bits and pieces. You know, we put a Maxton or you know, another brand front splitter on. At the end of the day, we've drilled through and fixed the bolting. So we've done that. You know, we've done the side skirts. You're gonna drill into the car. So there's things that you do and you go, well, am I going to regret it? Hopefully not. Something like this, I'm hoping, if in the future I don't want it there, I can take it off and there won't be too much permanent damage, which is always a worry. So look, hopefully you like the video. It's a little bit different. I'm loving this kind of Mad Max crazy look to the car. You know, obviously I've gone for a personal completely different take on things, with the louvers on the windows, which are slightly different, and obviously the vortex fins up above that now make it, as I say, kind of that kind of crazy Mad Max kind of style look. So a little bit different. Hopefully you guys like it anyway, and if you haven't already subscribed, hit the button, give us a thumbs up. If you can share it, and as I say, I'll catch you up on the next one. So thank you so much.